morning, everyone. I hope you're holding your perfect cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is you're drinking this morning. And this is Cindy Wong, and we are now on our first episode of The Perfect Cup. This is brought to you by the publishing house, Bookstore Cafe and Bar, which will be opening soon on June. Yeah. So for today, we'll be having our very first guest. She's a wealth manager in Hong Kong. She's also a Filipina, and the process or my process when I was thinking who would be my first guest, uh, she's the first person who came into my mind. So as you can see, her name on the screen, Miss Chie Biscocho. I'll get her in the studio very soon, but I just want to give you a little bit of introduction to the process of this perfect cup. So I was establishing, as you may know, I'm building my bookstore, cafe, and bar here in Cebu. We just flew last month, and I had this idea in mind where, okay, I'm going to pursue this bookstore cafe. So, to be honest, well, it hasn't been an easy ride. So I thought, why not make a show where I get motivated at the same time, and I get to motivate people as well. So I was thinking, okay, who would be the first person to guest in this show? And actually, the big question is whether I'd be able to commit to this because waking up very early in the morning, as you can see, I already showered, uh, is not an easy task because as I have a child, and well, I don't have to explain that. But the past few weeks, it hasn't been an easy um, thing. It hasn't been an easy month. So I thought, okay, why not do this show? Okay, so without further ado, maybe I'll call on Miss Chie Biscocho. So Miss Chie, please come in.
Hey,
Hello.
good morning, Cindy.
Hi, good morning. You're really the first person in my mind when I thought, okay, sino ba ang una kong magiging guest dito sa The Perfect Cup? Kasi ang aga, and sino kayong kakagat dito? Sino nagigising ng maaga? And I thought of you.
Thank you. My wow, it's my privilege to be here. And I miss you.
Indeed.
It's been a while, right?
It's been a while. Okay, so si Miss Chi, or Chi, um, I've known you since the Toastmasters time. So this is like kind of
Yeah,
a practice, right?
a practice. Table
uh,
topics,
Table
remember?
topics. Yeah.
Our
So
favorite.
our favorite, and I always remember volunteering to be the first one pagdating sa table topics. So you guys, if you haven't heard about table topics or Toastmasters, maybe you can Google that out so you can have an idea. Or what we do there, we do impromptu speeches. So, by the way, Chi, okay, so this is going to be a short 30-minute show. Um,
Sure.
yeah,
I love
so
short. I always
let
love short.
oh nga,
Short and sweet.
I love your short hair. I
Oh,
know
thank you.
it's a new haircut. How
It's a
often
long
do you,
story, by the way.
oh my god, but
There's a story behind it. And
okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's
Parang
part I'm
feeling
gonna
ko,
share today. Yeah.
OMG. Okay. This is an impromptu conversation, so we didn't really script this out. So, okay. Pero kalma muna tayo before the main course. Ang aga ng main course
Ang
agad.
aga, di ba?
Oo, ang aga. Okay, so let's go back. We last saw each other 3 years ago. Tama ba?
Yeah,
3 years
almost.
ago. Almost.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic. Or during,
Over,
over the, oo.
before
Oo.
2019, if I'm not
2020
mistaken. Ah,
in Hong
2020?
Kong.
Okay.
Oo, oo.
Sure.
2020 in Hong
In a
Kong.
coffee shop as well. In a coffee
Yeah,
shop.
in a coffee shop. Okay, hindi natin babanggitin kasi hindi naman tayo paid.
Yes. Yeah,
Oo,
exactly.
oo, ayan. So, how have you been doing? Is everything okay with your life setup right now? Because I've been seeing a lot of your photos on Facebook. You've been
Mm,
hiking a lot, and
yeah.
ano ba, parang, I can, just looking at your photos, I can already feel your spirit. Alam mo yun,
Yes.
parang you're so, so happy, you're so
So,
glad, and I don't know how to explain it, but I let you explain it. Tell me
Sure.
what's going on.
Yeah, this is the best phase of my life, for sure.
Phase.
As you can see,
Uh-huh.
freedom. I had
Mm-hmm.
all the freedom in terms of everything. I enjoyed a lot of activities at the same time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so lucky that to be here in this kind of job because I can do
Uh-huh.
anything, anytime, anywhere
Uh-oh.
I want. Yeah, that's a
Uh-oh.
good thing. It's almost 2 years now before or since I joined AIA. So
Mm-mm,
that's the best
mm-mm.
thing. And as you can see, I've been joining a lot of outdoor activities, especially since the lockdown.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah.
So it's more on really pushing, as you know, I love pushing my limits, right? So I
Yeah.
engaged,
Yes.
I engaged in different crazy,
Mm-mm.
crazy limits or adventure. Like
Mm-mm.
last time we went to Sunset Peak with a 50 kilos
Mm-mm.
bag. This is one of the
50 kilos bag. Oh my God. That's crazy. I cannot
crazy,
even carry
right?
my own son. Okay.
That's
Sige.
that's the point that I reach now,
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
and I enjoy it because I really explore a lot about myself
Mm-hmm.
when I
Okay.
do all these things. Which really excites me.
Oo, alam mo,
Yep.
this
Mm.
is really interesting. Kasi sabi ko nga hindi to scripted. But when I
Oo.
was conceptualizing this show, I was thinking, okay, how do I push myself to the limit? Because doing this show itself, this is already
I
pushing myself
know.
to the limit. So, why should I wake up in the morning? Lalo na pag wala namang dahilan. Alam mo
Yes,
yon.
absolutely.
Oo, like why would you do this? Meron namang ibang way to advertise your coffee shop or
Yeah.
or to motivate yourself, but why wake up in the morning when hindi ka
Yes.
naman nakatulog ng maayos kagabi? Please, how did you do this? Bakit mo naisipang mag-hike with a 50-kilo sandbag?
Uh, well, I always wanted to do something that is beyond what I could capable of at
Mm-mm.
whatever certain level of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I love adventure. And this is
Mm-hmm.
where I started to somehow turn on a bulb in my mind to
Mm-hmm.
to have a growth mindset. And that's where everything started. Alam
Mm-hmm.
mo naman, and I will share more with how it started, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
because
Okay.
this is not really me
Mm-hmm.
before.
Oo.
It's totally extreme.
Oo.
So,
Oh, what ano? So who's Chi or Marichi Biscocho before this event or before this phase?
okay, so I will tell you in just one word.
Okay.
Okay, so I would proudly say that I'm a doormat before.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so I'm a
What does it
doormat.
mean?
Doormat means super submissive.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
letting someone just took over or
Mm-hmm.
control over me and
Mm-hmm.
every aspect of my life.
Uh-huh. Oh my
That's really
God.
true.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
But it's already done.
Mm-mm.
That she is no
Mm-mm.
longer doormat. It's
Mm-hmm.
totally different person now. And that's why I
Mm-hmm.
would like and pushing my limits that
Mm-hmm.
gives me that different or help me to transform myself into different person as whom
Mm-hmm.
I am now, that it's totally the opposite of the doormat.
Uh-oh. Okay. And then how did you turn your life all around? Like in the opposite side of the spectrum. Paano nangyari yun?
Okay, so there are three
Mm-mm.
phases of events. And I would say it's not just an event, it's
Mm-hmm.
a turning point of choices that I have to
Mm-hmm.
make in my life, whether I will stuck in that dormant sheet or I will going to transform myself into a total different person. So the first event is when I broke up with my abusive relationship
Mm-hmm.
over 13 years ago. That is the
Oh.
first event.
Okay.
Second is when I lost my job,
Mm-hmm.
2018, end of
Mm-hmm.
2018. That's the one of the biggest. And third is when I lost my health
Yeah.
just last year, August. So imagine that three important areas of your life: relationship,
Mm-mm.
career, and
Mm-hmm.
health. And that really drove me to look really within what
Mm-mm.
is how I program myself, why those choices, or it's not really a choice because
Mm-hmm.
some events, unexpected events like losing my job and losing my health, is not really what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But what are the lessons that I could take out of that? And that's where everything started. I became in more in love with fitness, and that's
Mm-hmm.
where I became super into this crazy crazy
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
fitness. I've been involved with Spartan races.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up in the morning just to train, not just to train.
Mm-hmm.
I train differently, the unusual way that would I could oh I will compete the level of cheat yesterday and
Mm-hmm.
now. And
Okay.
I seek for answers, of course,
Mm-hmm.
during especially during the time of when I lost my job. I
Mm-hmm.
totally I totally lost. I don't know what to do. So I seek for answers.
Mm-hmm.
Answers, as you know, we are in the technology era, and everything, all the knowledge is in
Online,
in
Google.
Google. Oh yeah. So I was inspired with Dr.
Mm-mm.
or say Dr. Joe Dispenza, Greg
Mm-hmm.
Brazen, and Bruce Lipton about how powerful our minds, our thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
our
Oh.
feeling,
Mm-hmm.
our thoughts and feelings to create whatever we want. And that's exactly I didn't know all of these principles before, because
Mm-hmm.
everything is just started when I just or in love with fitness. My friend invited me to go to the gym just randomly, and I realized I miss dancing, and that's everything. Where start just dancing. I love dancing, but
Uh-uh.
I just started with dancing, and then eventually I learned yoga, and then suddenly I feel so free. I never felt in my life so
Mm-hmm.
free
Mm-hmm.
ever since I was in the in the abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's everything, and that's true because as per the science, our
Mm-mm.
brain shape us. Not just
Uh-huh.
our brain shape us basically, right?
Uh-uh.
So when you
Right.
and not just shape us, it has a lot of effect in our physiological, in our well-being. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I've ever since I became super fit, I learned meditation, and that's a perfect combo. So that's why I'm so into this morning routine, because
Mm-hmm.
I want to start my day with
Mm-mm.
alignment on my mind, body, and soul. Because when I have these, and that's what they said about they so called about a flow state. It's called flow
Mm-hmm.
state when you are in the middle of hype and a calm state,
Uh-uh.
where when you are I
Wow.
don't know whether
How's that?
well, I don't know whether you feel that maybe when you read, for example, when you are into when you just finish your reading or something that you like to do or
Mm-hmm.
passion.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's really fitness. So when
Uh-uh.
I do, especially dynamic movements, I love dynamic,
Mm-hmm.
like for example, tuck jump or high intensity. High
High
intensity.
intensity.
Hindi ko kasi magawa ngayon eh, because really, but I
Kailangan
try
may ano
to.
pala, may demo.
I want to
Okay.
demo it, but these are the things that make that flow state that because I'm
Mm-hmm.
so hyper, that make
Mm-hmm.
me calm, and
Mm-hmm.
then I can have a clear mind and good state of mind to really perform tasks under
Mm-hmm.
pressure, basically, or whatever I'm do. So I want to start my day through that, through that
Okay.
routine.
Okay, so teka, backtrack muna tayo a little bit. So just in case
Sure.
may mga nawawala, no. So you were in this abusive relationship and you lost your job and you lost your health, you had
Yep.
issues with your health, and then suddenly you found yourself in this outlet wherein you exercise, not just exercise because you went into extreme eh. So parang you
Yep.
really challenge yourself, and then once na nandun ka na sa morning routine na yun, I don't think you only did it in the morning, di ba? Maybe you've been doing it other days. That's what I've
Ye-
heard. Tama ba?
Every
Oo.
yes, yes. I
Other
usually do
hours.
it every single day. So
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes, of course, I usually do it in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sometimes, of course, if I can have time, if I really don't have time in the morning, in the evening, so gagawin ko siya
Mm-mm.
lunchtime or any, because I have the privilege to
Mm-mm.
do it
Uh-uh.
anyway. But I want to do it especially in the morning because I want to start my day right
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
perform whatever
Mm-mm.
task I want to do. So it's the ever since I had that, every as I said, it's everything is in our head, right? In our mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you do something repeatedly, the more it become your habit. And that's it's 21 days, by the way.
21 days, okay, to build a
It's
habit.
build the habit. Yeah,
Okay.
21 days. Kasi parang nangyari sa akin is just a phase eh.
Mm-mm.
Accidentally, I just had a fitness. I love fitness. And then suddenly, I fell in love. Nung nawalan ako ng work and I lost my health, I discovered
Mm-hmm.
meditation. So, mental, in the first phase, I really cultivated my mental and physical toughness.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then eventually, emotional and spiritual. And now it's my financial, so everything was
Mm.
really planned in
In
the
order.
stars, in order.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
In
really,
order.
it's a big
Well,
inner.
so that means you work with your mental health first. You
Yes,
strengthened it. Kasi like
yes,
losing your job, getting away from that relationship and your health, like I can imagine how it would affect your mental health.
exactly. Yep.
But then you work the other way around, and
Yes,
you strengthened yourself by strengthening your mind first. Okay, so mind
yes.
level muna, mindset
Mind.
at mind. Okay, but you did that um while you're, working on your physical things.
Yes, am
Uh-uh.
I exactly, exactly. So when I did my when every time, because most of the people just do exercise because they want to look good,
Mm-mm.
but for
Yeah.
me, it's really I want to challenge myself, my mental
Mm-mm.
toughness. That's why I'm engaged with more high intense training. But of course,
Mm-mm.
I nag-start din ako sa level 1, level 2, level 3. I did not go to level 10.
Uh-uh.
But every
Dahan-dahan.
time I do, dahan-dahan lang. But every time of course, I said I started in dancing and then
Mm-mm.
yoga. And then suddenly I lifted weight of 2 kilos and then became 30 kilos in just
Anong gym ba yan? Sa
no, no,
Hong
no. I
Kong?
love yes, Hong Kong. Yes, I love
Ah.
I love classes kasi. I love dynamic
Mm-mm.
classes. And the
Mm-mm.
more I do different dynamic movements, like not just weights, I engage with. I also learn different sports.
Mm-mm.
I joined, as I said, Spartan races is another challenge because you have
Spartan
to do
races.
a lot of obstacles. You have to climb. You have to learn different skills.
Mm-mm.
So I really engage different in dynamic movements. I also involve with dynamic activities
Mm-hmm.
para lang ma-challenge. Yeah, yeah.
Ma-challenge yung sarili mo. Okay, so
Yes,
what's the process, yung anong nangyayari when you try to push yourself to the limit? The thing is,
yes.
I also tried doing this, working on my physical stability.
Mm,
So I also exercise, I also hike. And there are times, many times in the past when I try to hike, I think that was Sunset Peak in Hong Kong.
oh.
Parang I want to give up, like OMG, I don't know if I would be able to handle this, and parang sabi ko hindi ko to kaya, but I managed to do it. Ako yung pinaka nahuli, but and nangyari din to when I was trying to climb that 3,000 meters mountain in Peru. So parang gusto ko na mag-give up, and I was overweight at that time. Hindi talaga ako nagda-diet.
Mm,
But you can imagine, you're challenging yourself. It's more of challenging your brain, like can you do it or not.
yes. Yep.
So okay, I get that. Okay.
I would say everything is our in our mind. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
always like fear is number one
Mm-mm.
that's stopping us to do something, right? Everything is
Mm-hmm.
state of mind. They said our mind is very fluid. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever you feel is up to you how you will condition it. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, what works for me, I always this kind of self talk that
Mm.
if I reach that point, I'm giving up. I will say you're stronger than what you think, G. You're ready
Oo.
for this. You train for this. You can do it. You can do it. Push, push, push. That's why I always tell myself every time I reach it. And when I
Mm-mm.
reach, and that's what fascinated me. When I reached a
Mm-mm.
certain level, that my mind
Mhm.
would really give up, and that I will tell, oh, push, push, Chi, you can do it. Push, push.
Mm-mm.
You're stronger than you think. And then when I surpass that level, and then I would realize that is the grit, the next level of grit that I'm breaking every time. And then
Mm-mm.
it's just accumulated over time and goes just one from level 1 to level 10.
Mm-mm.
And that's
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Kasi sometimes ako, like, okay, konting kirot lang. Sakit na. Ayoko na. Oo,
Yes,
oo.
yes.
So, dapat pala nagsi-self-talk. Okay, so next time, what I'm going to tell myself is, okay, teka, nag-iinerte ka lang. But of course, you know yourself. You know yourself. You know your capabilities. So,
Yes.
kapag sa tingin mo hindi mo na talaga kaya, of course, you should definitely
Yep.
stop.
Yep.
Kasi hindi rin naman maganda na, you're just ignoring the pain. But if you know that you can still go further,
Yep.
then by all means, go for it. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you know what? There's a study that
Mm-hmm.
said when you surpass a certain limit,
Mm-hmm.
according to the neuroscientist,
Oo.
that gives us the endorphins. It's a pain, but also has the endorphins, and that gives
Mm-hmm.
us somehow helps us well to heal our trauma. And that's really the thing that
Yeah.
I experience, and that's why knowing the back, because I love science, knowing the back of
Mm-mm-mm.
science, and
Oo.
also my personal experience that makes
Mm-hmm.
everything blend together, that it all
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Right.
Why I suddenly have this bulb turned on ever
Mm-mm.
since I train my mental, physical,
Mm-hmm.
emotional,
Oo.
spiritual health. So everything linked.
Mm-mm.
It's just, as I said, right? I mean, God will not give you anything that
Oo
will
naman.
you'll not
Endorphin is
can
good
make
for
it.
you.
Uh-oh.
So endorphin is good for you, and of course, God will not give you something that you cannot
Yes,
handle. Okay,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So okay. Wow. Okay, teka lang. Ayan. Ay, Jean is here. Good morning daw.
Hi, Jean.
Isa pa to na hindi nag-give up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yan.
She will
Okay.
join. She will join me Dragon Boat, by the way.
Oh, OMG. Are you in the same team?
Yeah. Yes, I invited her. Is yeah, it's one of top two in Hong Kong, by the way.
Oh my God. Good luck. Good
I will
luck.
not. I will not join in not competitive team, of course, because I'm competitive.
Okay, isa pa to. I joined years and years ago, and I cannot imagine. Like, okay, how are you doing? Um, how can you win? I was in the middle of the competition pala. You're a team
Oh,
naman, no? Of course, you're rowing the boat, and
yeah,
then
of course.
grabe yung spirit, grabe yung feeling na, okay, I wanna win. But yun pala, kahit
Yes,
anong sagwan mo, yung iba ang bibilis pa rin. Alam mo yun? Oh my God, okay, I did my best. So,
it's
nakapicture na lang kami
okay.
sa trophy. Yeah, and then I didn't do it again. That was the first and last. Pero yeah,
It's
good luck.
okay.
Good luck. When is the dragon boat?
We'll be. I don't know whether we'll. Yeah, but usually
June?
June. But last year we won two consecutively in June and
Mm-hmm.
October, and it's my
Oh.
first time to join the race when I was sick.
Oh, are you feeling better?
That's
Are you okay? Is
yeah,
your health
yeah, yeah,
getting
yeah,
better?
yeah.
Okay.
It's getting better. I'm 95% recovered.
Wow.
And I
Great.
don't really see that as a sickness.
Mm-mm.
It's just for me to remind myself to chill a little bit.
Chill. I don't know how you're chilling with the Dragon Boat
But
Festival coming.
I don't know, right? Yeah, it's okay. It's
It's
just
okay.
a phase. It's not really a
Mm-mm.
big deal for me. Except
Mm-mm.
that you can see the eyes, the eyes a little
Uh-uh.
swollen. It's not really my usual
Mm-mm.
me. But if I don't have, as I said, if I don't have the strong mental, physical, emotional, these well-being, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking myself on this, it's totally different sheet. I don't think I will be standing here and smiling in front of you, right? As if
You look
normal.
great.
Everything is nice.
You look great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the last 5 minutes, baka pwede mo nang ikwento bakit short yung hair mo ngayon.
Ay, oo nga pala, no?
Please.
Masyadong napachika.
Napachika. Oo. So,
Napachika
eto na
masyado.
yung main
Okay,
course.
so main course. Oh yeah, because everything linked to my health issue.
Mm-mm.
So it's a turn on events. I had curled it and I
Mm-mm.
dyed hair. It but I didn't know I have that condition at that time
Mm-mm.
since I started in May
Mm-mm.
where I lost a lot of weight,
Uh-huh.
15 kilos. I lost 15 kilos, 12 to
Wow.
15 kilos, yes.
Oo.
And I lost my muscle. I couldn't do anything.
Mm.
One push up, I couldn't totally do anything. And then I just woke up like my hair turned into stone. Totally my long hair,
Stone?
super long hair, like a stone.
Bakit? Ah, okay. Dahil because of that
So
condition.
because of that condition, kasi my condition is related to thyroid. So it
Mm-mm.
affecting the hormones and
Mm-mm.
affecting your one of the signs as well is the symptoms is you make your hair brittle. So that's why it
Mm-mm.
became like a stone. So I I tried to keep it,
Mm-mm.
almost 3 months. Imagine.
Mm-mm. Oh, oh my gosh.
I was even hospitalized with that. With
Talaga.
that,
Oo.
yes, for 2 days I was hospitalized because of my health issue. And then yeah, I don't have any choice to cut it. Totally cut
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-mm.
I have the bald behind all the
Mm-mm.
hair. I just
Okay,
had a
oo.
little left in front of my, yeah, whatever
Mm-mm.
left in that whatever save what will save after
Oo.
that. That's why my hair became like a shaggy,
Mm-mm.
undercut
Mm-mm.
hair
Oo, oo.
before.
Okay.
Now a little
Mm-mm.
longer, but still a little bit, yeah, brittle. But it's something that if you don't really have, imagine if I don't have a strong foundation of
Mm-mm.
everything,
Mm-mm.
and you seeing yourself totally different, and you
Mm-mm.
have to cut
Mm-mm.
your hair from the long and then suddenly short, what would you feel, right?
Oo, oo. And I'm sure you explained this to a lot of people because I saw your hair. I loved your hair. Mahaba siya, di ba? And it looked
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah.
healthy. And then I cannot imagine,
Yes,
letting it go because it's also part of your personality. And that means,
yes.
wow, I'm really impressed with how strong you were in handling this. How strong you are. You're still are strong and it's not easy to manage. It's not easy also to explain to many people na ano ba to, ganito, ganyan. But I would be annoyed. I would be frustrated if I'm in your place na bakit ba
Yeah,
sila nagtatanong,
I know.
mm-mm,
and and that's why it goes to it goes to the point of myself that I let go of or detach myself to everything. Detach
mm-mm,
myself in not just physical, in not just material. I became
mm-mm,
more, minimalist. So that's the
mm-mm,
start. I really go
oo,
into a deeper self that
mm-mm,
we're totally not we're not she. I'm not she. I go beyond
mm-mm,
that. I
oo,
don't have any. I surrender everything to him because we are here just to experience. We're okay. Technically, we are light, not we're not body. That's
oo,
what I would
oo,
say. We
oo,
are here totally to experience and to learn from it. And
mm-mm,
we shouldn't be detached with long hair or short hair. Or I mean,
oo nga,
we
oo,
shouldn't attach with whatever we have before, right? That's what number one learning
mm-mm,
because it that nothing is permanent in life, and we
oo,
have to be adaptable
mm-hmm, yeah,
and take everything experience as a lesson. And you cannot just do it overnight. It really takes an effort. And
mm-hmm,
again, is going back to the to how you take care of your well-being, my mind, body, and soul. I keep on repeating this in my
mm-mm,
with my friends, with my family. Of
mm-mm,
course, with my family, they always hear
oo,
me
oo,
talking
oo.
about this. They will just like, "Chi, ate, please
Stop.
stop me." But I'm so passionate with it because that
Oo.
really transformed me into
Mm-mm.
whatever adversities that happen in my life.
Mm-mm.
I'm
And
okay.
very few people go through this phase na in a
Yes.
positive way na parang okay, I'm submitting myself. Bahala na. I mean, you're detaching yourself. actually na okay, the chi that you are, okay, this is beyond or whatever, paano ba? Yung long hair mo before, it's not you're beyond that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what?
absolutely.
Talking to you today, I was reminiscing at the same time. You know, the first day that I saw you in that Toastmasters meeting, you know, you have this backpack, you have this long
Yes.
hair, and then I thought, or I think you're wearing something like something sleeveless at that time, and you're very sporty. That's the impression that you gave me. And then you made this speech. You made this speech in front of everyone. You know, so confident, and I just I think it was my first day then sa Toastmaster, and then I don't know how you did it. And I remember, okay, the meeting ended, and then we went to the toilet. And then parang, okay, you were saying
Yes.
things to me, and then I was like, oh, okay, okay. Um, and then, but in my mind, I was also like, oh wow, I admire this person because of what she's been through, and paano niya nalagpasan yun, how she overcame these things. Because you also told that story, like a part of that story there. And then me at that time, I was just getting over a relationship, and then I was like, okay, this is the person I should strive to be like in the future. Na parang okay, like I want to be this strong person. So yeah, you made a lot of, you know, you think, or sometimes, or maybe you already know, no, na you're making a lot of difference, not only to yourself but also to other
Thank you.
people na you spend your time with. So
Thank you
yun.
so much. I think
Thank
we
you.
have our different mission why we're here.
Mm-mm.
As a,
Mm-hmm.
everything, I would say the bottom line is we were given a lot of gifts,
Mm-hmm.
and we this is a privilege to breathe every day, right?
Mm-mm.
So what how you will make the best out of that breath of life
Mm-mm.
to be better each time, to be the best version of yourself every time, and that's always my mission. I always my goal every day.
Mm-hmm.
How
Okay.
can I be better
How
in
can
every
you be
aspect
better
of my life? And it's everything is here. Everything is head.
in your
It's just
head?
a mental thing.
Okay, so you really have to work on your mental health, on your
Yes.
yeah, mental stability, and everything else will follow. And of course, you have to. Okay, after nito mag-exercise na ako. I'll do a few lunges. Okay.
Just start from small thing, and
Uh.
small thing accumulates like
Mm-hmm.
money, like what I do now.
Mm-mm.
Compounding. You can talk
Oh.
compound interest. And we have to
Uh.
talk about it as
Oh
well.
my God. Oo nga pala. Oh my God. Meron akong Oo nga pala. Okay, so for those who are just joining us right now, Chi is also a wealth manager in AIA. So,
Yes.
okay, maybe okay, for the last few minutes that we have, do you want to say something about AIA, or whatever message that you have to our audience?
Yeah, everything. Okay, so well-being is very important, right? We have to,
Mhm.
as I mentioned before, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual.
Mm.
And if you have a strong foundation on that, then you can build your financial. But
Mhm.
even though you have a lot of money in this world, if you are stuck with other areas of life, what you will do? But everything starts from zero, from small steps, right? And
Mm.
that's my job, to help
Mm.
my friends to have this mindset of
Mm.
not just well-being, it's also financial. So
Mm.
everything works, goes hand in hand together. We
Oo.
still need money, right?
Yeah, oh
Financial
my God.
freedom.
Financial freedom, oo, tama. So you help people manage their wealth. Paano ba? Like, how does it work out? Do they just contact you,
Yeah, just
or?
contact me. Usually
Mm-mm.
I will I will they just contact me. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know whether I would say your audience is Philippines or what. It's this is
We
really.
this will be shown all over the world naman.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay,
but
great.
basically Filipinos then, and
Ah, it's
yeah, maybe
okay
people
because
in Hong Kong.
they can contact me in Facebook anyway. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oo, hanapin nyo lang, Marichi
Hanapin si
Biscocho.
Chie Biscocho.
Oo, yan. So that's the spelling of her name. Just put in Mari. Mari.
Richie.
Oo, yan. Marichi. Okay. So yeah, so that's good to hear. And I know you'll be scolding me later on with regards to my wealth management. But yeah, please, aside from your health, please also take care of your financial being, kasi very important yan, no? Because it all goes hand in hand.
Yes.
Financial, mental, physical, yeah, and then
Emotional,
emotional,
spiritual.
pati emotional, and spiritual. Okay, so those are the five elements. Okay, baka meron pa. Ayan.
Yan lang, 5 na.
Yun
Sobra
lang.
na.
Sobra na nga eh.
Baka,
Oo.
we only have 8 hours a day, so you can have that squeeze to a
Mm-mm.
little bit
Oo.
for that, but it's worth it. It's worth the
Mm-mm.
time. I usually
Okay.
spend at least an hour or two.
Mm-mm.
That's why I wake up early just to
Okay.
build or to have that foundation and to
Okay.
maintain that into a level by level up.
Oo, leveling up. Okay, so okay,
Level.
we just talk about ano physical, how to strengthen your physical body, how your strengthen your mental health, and also yun nga, financial stability, spiritual, yeah, that's also very important, and emotional. Okay, ayan. Okay, so yes, thank you so much,
Well
Chi. Ayan,
said.
overtime na tayo,
Oh,
36
no
minutes.
worries. No worries.
No
I
worries.
love, I love this. I thank you so
Mm-mm,
much for having
mm-mm,
me. It's
mm-mm.
really my pleasure.
Thank you,
And
Chi.
it's my
And
first time too. It's my first time to do. I've had the interview before, but not
mm-mm,
in this
live
live
stream. Oh, and
stream
at 6 a.m.
at 6 a.m. It's, I love the challenge.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Yahoo! We did it. We did
Woo!
it.
We did it. Yay, yay. Okay, I don't know if I'll
It's
be able to do
achievement,
it
achievement,
tomorrow.
achievement. You
Okay.
can do
No,
it,
no, no.
girl. Well done, by the way. I would like
Thank
to
you.
congratulate you, and you really done well
Thank
since I
you.
met you. Since day one, you really had a lot of tremendous milestones as well. And I'd be happy to
Mm-mm.
be part of your, I will be really happy to support you all
Thank
throughout.
you so much. Thank you, Chi. And yeah, sabi ko nga pala tayo may growth mindset. And yeah, I want to invite people who have the growth mindset
For
as
sure.
well. Yeah, so please contact us. And of course, before we end the show, I want to invite you guys. So this the perfect cup, as you can see me holding, is brought to you by the publishing house, bookstore, cafe and bar, which will be opening next month in Cebu, Tamiya, Cebu. And then we'll try to keep up, or we'll try to keep this going, the perfect cup. Baka next time, hindi niyo na ako makita dito sa bedroom. Makikita niyo na ako nagtitimpla ng
For
kape.
sure.
Yeah, nagbo-bartending, gano'n. Chill-chill pa lang tayo ngayon. Ayan. But yeah, thank you so much, Chi. And see you
Yeah.
guys
Welcome.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, Chi. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.